From the historic underwater cable connecting America and Europe to the difficult route that runs through the most impassable corners of Brazil. And from this unthinkable dam stretching into the horizon, which saved the nation, to new innovative trains that travel at a speed of 500 kilometers per hour. Today we will talk about the most ambitious megaprojects that have changed the planet. Trans-Amazon Highway. This is one of the biggest ambitious infrastructure projects in Brazil. This road, with a length of more than 4,000 kilometers, crosses the whole country from the west coast to the east. The route includes rivers, forests, cities, and much more. And it may take more than 2 weeks to complete it. The idea of creating such a large-scale highway arose in the 1970s, but construction began only in 2002. It was carried out with the aim of accelerating the development of the Amazonian region of Brazil, simplifying the transportation of goods and people. The Trans-Amazon Highway represents important infrastructure elements connecting areas of the country that were previously isolated. However, like many megaprojects, the construction did not go without problems. One of the main problems is environmental protection. If you take a trip along this road, you will encounter both pristine stretches of the Amazon and areas marred by deforestation for cattle ranches and soybean farms. Is the highway an engine of growth or a catalyst for destruction? The answer may be both. The Brazilian government claims that the highway promotes development and trade. However, critics argue that this has paved the way for increased deforestation, loss of biodiversity, and problems of indigenous communities. In addition, there are many accidents due to poor road quality and lack of traffic rules. However, despite these problems, the motorway is still considered an important part of the Brazilian infrastructure and is of great importance for the economic development of the region. Is the Trans-Amazon Highway a bridge to a better future or a road to environmental disaster? Time will tell. Built over 85 years ago, the Afsluitdijk became a miracle of engineering in order to protect low-lying areas of the Netherlands from floods. This 30-kilometer dam separating the Wadden Sea is one of the grandest engineering feats of its time. Thanks to her, it was possible to save most of the country from a catastrophic flood in 1953. Construction of the dam started in 1927 and took 5 years. The hydrotechnical complex was built to protect the country from storm floods and create new lands for development. As a result of the project, it became possible to drain a huge part of the territory on which the province of Flevoland was later created. This region of the Netherlands is the result of one of the largest drainage projects on the planet. The drained area covers approximately 1,650 square kilometers. During the construction of the dam, more than 75 million cubic meters of earth and stones were used, as well as 43,000 cubic meters of concrete. Locks and pumping stations were installed throughout the dam to regulate the water level in IJsselmeer and Vadens. In addition to its main function, flood protection, the dam also serves as an important transport artery connecting the provinces of North Holland and Friesland. The A7 motorway passes on the dam, as well as a bicycle path. Afsluitdijk continues to be the pride of the Netherlands and an important piece of infrastructure, emphasizing the ability of the Dutch to live in harmony with nature and overcome the challenges it poses to them. You know that annoying feeling when sending a message takes more than a few seconds? Today it seems incredible, but until the middle of the 19th century, the transmission of information across the ocean could take weeks. All because then the only way to transmit messages over long distances was personally in hand. However, thanks to amazing though forgotten technological advances, the transmission time has been reduced from weeks to seconds. It was truly a grandiose megaproject that changed the world forever. In 1857, the laying of the world's first submarine cable across the Atlantic began. The cable was placed on drums on board 2 ships. Every day they lowered 5 to 6 kilometers of cable into the water. But the process was difficult and the ships often encountered bad weather and strong winds. During the laying process, more than 300 kilometers of cable was lost due to various problems, including breaks and malfunctions. But in 1858, the work was completed. The cable had a length of 35 to 40 kilometers and was placed at a depth of up to 2.5 kilometers. It was designed to transmit telegraphic messages between America and Europe, and its throughput was about 8 words per minute. The project was a joint effort of the British company Atlantic Telegraph, led by Iris Westfield and other investors. The installation of the cable was a huge achievement in communication technology and opened a new era in the exchange of information between continents. Thanks to the transatlantic cable, information about prices, declarations of war or peace could be transmitted instantly. To this day, 99% of the data crossing the oceans is transmitted via underwater cables. Meet this iterator, one of the most expensive and complex engineering projects ever undertaken, located in the southeast of France. 35 countries are working together on its implementation. The main equipment weighs as much as 3 Eiffel Towers, and its cost is estimated at $25 billion. The ITER project aims to demonstrate the capabilities of technology related to thermonuclear fusion, including the achievement of burning plasma, proving the reproduction of tritium from hydrogen isotopes, and ensuring safety. Nuclear fission is a process in which heavy atomic nuclei, such as uranium or plutonium, are divided into lighter nuclei, releasing a huge amount of energy. The main disadvantage of nuclear fission is the high radioactivity of waste, which can remain dangerous for thousands of years. Thermonuclear fusion is a process in which light atomic nuclei, such as hydrogen, combine to form heavier nuclei, such as helium, and release a huge amount of energy. Thermonuclear fusion is a process that takes place inside stars, including the Sun. This is exactly the process they want to recreate in the framework of the ITER project in the largest tokamak camera ever created. The temperature in which it will reach 150 million degrees Celsius. Thermonuclear fusion does not generate harmful emissions and is a safer process, since it does not create long-lived radioactive waste. The main goal of that grandiose experiment of energy production based on thermonuclear fusion with a power output of up to 500 megawatts. Currently, the project is under construction and the launch of the first plasma is planned for December 2025. The results of this megaproject can become the basis for the creation of industrial reactors based on thermonuclear fusion, providing the whole Earth with clean and safe energy in the future. The Japanese Shinkansen, launched in 1964, led the field of high-speed trains for decades. But since the beginning of the 2000s, China has intensively begun to develop maglev, overtaking Japanese technologies. The result was the Shanghai maglev with a top speed of 460 kilometers per hour, which is currently the fastest commercial train in the world. But Japan intends to break this record. In 2014, the construction of a new Shinkansen line began, on which the revolutionary maglev train will run at a speed of 500 kilometers per hour. The aim of the project is to significantly reduce the travel time between the 2 largest cities of Tokyo and Nagoya, located at a distance of 285 kilometers from each other. The travel time between the 2 cities will be 40 minutes. One of the difficulties of the project is the construction of tunnels, bridges in mountainous and seismically active areas. More than 80% of the route will run underground, under the Japanese Alps, which requires the use of advanced technologies and construction methods. The underground route reduces the distance by more than 50 kilometers and saves $5 billion compared to alternative options, and the total cost of the project is estimated at $80 billion. The launch of the new line is scheduled for 2027, but a new project is already being developed to connect Nagoya and Osaka. The cost of construction of the section between Nagoya and Osaka is estimated at $30 billion. This project will open a new era of high-speed trains, offering advanced technology, reducing travel time between cities. Some projects have already led to changes on our planet, others have yet to change, and the consequences of some may be corrected by our descendants. One way or another, they all have an impact on us and on this blue ball called the Earth. Subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the next issues. See you soon. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.